But I mean, could you give some examples to the audience here of an example of that type of situation you've hit in the market?
Yeah, sure. So if you look at it, and once again, security is on the top there. So recently we were involved with a large council where they accidentally reprinted court summons, and they resent 600 court summons to people that had already been through court. So you can imagine the shock for that person that morning opening an envelope to find they've been resummoned back to court, or so they thought. And the security of that is not necessarily the data security, it's somebody manually put the wrong documents in the wrong envelope, right? So security is not just about the data in the computer system. Security is also about, has the right document been sent to the right person via the right means? And building systems around that to protect that, to stop that happening, is just as key as making those systems efficient. Now, what people are doing is they're saying, if I can digitize it to control it and take some of the manual process away, it helps me to become more efficient, because unfortunately humans aren't very efficient when they come to some of those manual tasks. So that's why digital transformation is becoming important to councils. Councils by, I think, 2020 have to provide all of their documents that we interact with on a portal. So at some point in the future, we won't get our council taxes through the post, we'll go and look on a web portal. So councils are now saying, well, how do I do it? How do I do that? So the digital transformation story is becoming more and more important as part of this process, and a vast majority of the documents that they're trying to transform digitally come from a legacy mainframe system, which is why that's number 2 on the list.
Doesn't sound very glamorous, the things that you do.
Oh, it's dirty work. It's dirty work, Ian, I have to tell you. I mean, once again, if you go back to the theory of important document, right? Well, what's an important document? There's people in this room that have sold solutions where the important document was a label that goes on the shelf in a retail store. And for some of you, you've sold solutions where it was a line printer sitting in somebody's office where the report came out every morning and they had to read it for 2 hours. So actually, the documents that we're talking about here aren't necessarily glamorous. They're not actually the most exciting things in the world, right? So that's why sometimes people don't get excited by it, because it's not colourful and bright and all that kind of stuff. But that document, that most important document, the transactional document, actually is the thing that drives the business. And it's the thing that somebody in the office spends 3 hours a day folding into an envelope to send by post or rescanning. Yeah. But once again, that's why the selling of it is quite easy. Because if you find it and talk to somebody about it, building a load of problems around it is a very straightforward exercise.